So I'm in charge of the worship team at Nelson Elim. Worship this year has been a big part about equipping the band members to be better musicians and just to see their gifts grow.
We've sort of struggled for a number of years for a good solid muso, and as such, we've battled, between CD worship and things like that, and we want to build a great church. And one conference a couple of years ago, I rocked up to him and just said, "Hey, are you interested in doing an internship?" And yes, Sam. So what happened?
At the time, I said, "I'll pray about it," which in Christian talk is no.
Yeah.
But I went to the youth sessions at conference that year, and so in that session there was a prophetic word for me. I was called out of a crowd, and the 3 words were internship, internship, internship. And then I was told to sit down, like that's all I needed to know. So it was pretty clear for me. Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have just done ministry. I would have just done worship team. Would have turned up on a Sunday and made it happen. But having to set goals and having to stretch yourself and having to go further has totally made me a better leader.
At the end of the day, we're about releasing people in their gifts and allowing them to minister and to coach, to encourage, allow them to make their mistakes, grow from the experience, and literally mature in who they are and in their faith. And I just find ELC is a great way to do that. As a senior leader of a church, we're about being a coach and equipping people so they do life. And we're just seeing God just do amazing things through him, but equally just seeing God change him.
It's just a really good balance of learning on the job from someone mentoring me, but also from this awesome bunch of pastors and leaders from around the country.
The treasure is in the fact that you're doing life, and that's what ELC does, and I think that's what sets it apart too, because it gives you a vehicle as a pastor to do life with your intern, and it can actually lift your game as well.
I felt like growth happens so well in the community that ELC has built, and growth just goes crazy when you're in community, and that's why the church is called to be together and to meet together. But I really loved the culture of community. So I'd say ELC is huge for me as an intern, growing me, because not just my church community is growing me, I'm getting input from brothers and sisters in Christ from around the country, who are going through exactly what I'm going through. In some ways, I actually think I would have missed out if I hadn't have done the second year. You start to learn how to plan and how to guide a team. The second year goes to the next stage, and it starts to talk about building a team for the future. Building a team that it'll last for years to come, rather than just building your own leadership and learning to support your church. Yeah, the second year just went somewhere that the first year didn't.
What I've found through Sam is I listen to him and I catch a bit of Mike Griffiths in him, or catch a bit of Mike Knight or something like that, and it goes back to that average. It's not what's taught, it's what's caught. And I think we've got some great leaders in our churches across the nation, and it's great the next generation has an opportunity to catch from each one of them.
Yeah. You're different when you come back from block course or when you've been in class, and I feel like I'm part of Elim. I've been in Elim churches for a while, but I've never felt like I'm part of the nation and of something bigger, and it's given me such a better understanding that we're in this together. I do find that it flows down into the church. This course is actually connecting the nation and the churches of the nation.